Hello guys, welcome to the March vlog of 2024, and here we are emptying out the house. It's mostly emptied. We have the first van full of stuff and we're going to go and deliver it to the next house and then come back and do the rest, and it's exhausting. So Aria's bedroom is pretty much emptied. She's been sleeping in the corner. It's quite warm in here, to be fair. The carpets have been pulled up majoritively. There's just this bit left here. Quite heavy. Probably going to have to throw it out the window, to be fair. You know, some filler there to fill up holes in the walls and things where we've had pictures and stuff. But, yep, just her oxygen tanks there that she doesn't really need, but she does need at night because of her sleep apnea, apparently. What about this? Has this been cleared? Little room here, little closet, just emptied. That's the only closet in this house. In the new house, we have 3 closets. This one is just the only closet in the house. Yep. So yeah, at least it's one down. Just the rest of them to go, which they pretty much are. As you can see, the middle floor of this house is in quite a state at the moment. It's dirty, it's messy, it's cluttered. And that's our old sofa. It's in one really bad state. So, yeah. Really bad. It's genuinely surprising about how messy things are when you're moving things around all the time. Let me speak all of the time. Like, you know, I was underneath some of the appliances. You know, really move things out when you're moving or when you're living in your own house, you know, just to clean up. Because this is really, really surprising. That's where the toaster was standing in the window there. You can see there's like toaster or crumbs everywhere down there. And just look at this. Look at this. That's just something that Aria used to use. She doesn't use it anymore. And the people that gave it us will not take it away. It's an old stander to make her stand up straight. But it never really worked. So it's just kind of always been stuck in the house, unused for ages. Obviously the oven's gone. The dishwasher's gone. That needs to be put back in there. Most of the stuff in the cupboards have gone. There's nothing in, you know, they're all just empty. Whoops. These are from the fridge freezer, which has been moved to the new house. We need to take these in my car. Still, obviously, needs a good scrub cleaning. Coffee machine and stuff over here. Just a big mess. Dirty, and this needs cleaning. It's just kind of gross, to be fair. Tupperware boxes. Even the Build-A-Bear workshop. Swap the Poppy, Mummy and Daddy. Anyway, like, look at this. This is when we were cooking and the oven's been there, and you've not really noticed that it's there, you know? And of course, like I've said over there, there's just the stuff, the appliances. Regardless of what people say about British people having their washing machine in their kitchen, well, this is our kitchen, and this is not. There's clearly a door frame there, which means this is a separate room. So this is a utility room, which is connected to the kitchen without a door. So you could say that this is a separate room, but the washing machine did go here, next to the kitchen. So it is in the kitchen in the new house, mostly because we don't really want to waste a room with just washing machine in it. It'd be kind of silly. So yeah, this is the kitchen that we were in all of this time, which is essentially connected straight to the living room. Pretty boring, pretty basic, but it's been good all of this time. And as you can see, we're getting rid of the sofa. We've got a new sofa at the new house. It's there already. This is the old one, of course. It's electronic. Still works, of course. It's just dirty. Yep, and of course, the bottom floor. It just kind of connects to the one room that I always did my vlogs in, the studio room. It's just there. You just go in, big room underneath this floor, and that's the only thing on the bottom floor. Yeah. And of course you have the stairs. And then if we go over here and through here, this actually leads to the top floor, which is just 3 rooms, the bathroom and 2 bedrooms. In the new house, it's a 3-bedroom house and has a bathroom and a toilet, downstairs toilet and everything. But of course, there is also a toilet. in there as well, which is uninteresting. So yeah, maybe more on that later, but for now, you know, the move is going well. And then, just like that, the kitchen was cleaned, pretty much packed up, ready to go, except there's a bit of crumbs there from that. Yep, well, and over there as well. But thanks to the efforts of my own mother, she was able to totally and utterly clean up the kitchen. And it looks pretty good, ready to go. Just a few things left. And then we are done. Yeah. You are still living, aren't you? Yeah. Well, it's getting there. Very, very close now. Just a few things to dispose of and move to the new house. And then we can finally bid adieu to this place, which has been good. But, you know, it's back to being echoey again. So we are now in my old office, and as you can see, a lot of rubbish is just kind of sitting there in the corner. Computer is all down here. It's so dusty. But as you can see, the table has taken a beating. Something has got stuck to the table here, and I can't get it off. It's so dusty. Clean me. Definitely going to do that when I get to the new house. But this has to be able to fit in my car out there, along with the great big TV or slash monitor, and the 2 computers there, and the bag of stuff, and that will have to go separately, of course, and some stuff there that needs to be bagged. But yeah, this is really, really stressful, and we're actually running out of days in which to do this. We've got until Monday, which is in a week, just under a week. So hopefully we can do it. So our move is well underway. However, currently I am sat in my car in a car park, as you can see, completely stuck. My tyre on this side, the new one that I paid a lot of money for recently, is flat. I've gone over a nail or something in the road and tyre's flat. So I've got to call out to someone to come and fix it, which is going to cost another like 100 quid or 100 pounds, as we say, which I suppose is all fair, because I need the car, we're moving house. So they're going to come within the hour, and I just sat here completely bored, try not to flat my battery. It's cold in this car at the moment because the engine's not on. I don't want to waste any fuel. So yeah, just have to wait, and I'll update as things go on. Oh dear. And here we have it. Another room completely empty, and exactly how it was when we moved in. I don't know if I have a clip from my first move-in vlog of this house, but it'll be overlaid somewhere in this if there is one. Okay, so we actually managed, I hate the echoey voice, we actually managed to get the Lego over here. It's in the other bedroom. We're in another bedroom here. It's actually quite spacious. Just a second, there you got a better idea. Like I said, no carpets or anything. Don't have to repeat myself with that really. But there is a little like a closet here, which is where the Lego is. We managed to get it here in one piece, didn't drop it. We brought the International Space Station as well. So there's actually a light in here, I can see. Yeah, looks pretty cool actually. Nice shadows. But yeah, I'm glad we got it here safe. I know there's one in the other room, but this is, used to be Aria's bedroom. She would sleep here in this corner. And now it's empty and just here for prosperity. So it is what it is. We're leaving. And this, of course, was our bedroom. It's quite spacious. A lot of marks on the wall from where the beds were. And a strange burn mark from where Naomi's computer was. That's not concerning at all. We moved the bed several times throughout our stay, and we also changed the heating system as well. But yeah, the curtain hooks are still there because we can't take them down. I think they're just kind of stuck. So yeah, not much to say about an empty room really, is there? Only that this is a record of prosperity, I suppose, for the future to look back on, because I actually think I'll miss this place, you know. I'm very nostalgic, so moving on. Though if anyone was curious about the layout, This is the top floor. Got this room. Aria's room is there, and the toilet. That is literally all we have. And the stairs leading down into the living room. Go through here, and this is our toilet room that we had. The wood is rotted. I'm not sure why, but a little bath there. Shower, very small, but yeah, it is what it is. And there we have it. Bit of lower quality there, but the kitchen is totally empty. You can hear people shouting in the background, but I can't believe it's actually done. We've just finished. Everything is just done. I don't think that's back on properly, but the housing people will fix that. Yep, everything is just, boiler was always in there. There's a phone number, I wouldn't suggest ringing it. But there we go, the boiler was always in there. Garden is still in pretty bad shape. The dog just totally ruined it, so nothing we can do about that. And I don't know what we're going to do about this patio table either. We can't really have it in the new house, which you'll see in the next vlog. Or maybe this vlog. It might be this vlog, because we're literally closing the doors on this house today. And then the vlog has to continue, because it's only like the start of the month. So, yeah, and of course, through here was our toilet. Is our toilet. Nothing in there now except an extractor fan and a bulb. So yeah, just nothing. But a toilet, and that's a toilet brush we're leaving there as well for the next occupants. And this was the utility area I was talking about, which is now pretty much just a countertop. You could use it as a countertop to make food if you like. However, like I said, separate room. That was our lighting system, which 2 of the bulbs died, so we just left them for the next occupant. We never did get a cooker hood. We made it for the new house. But as you can see, it's not a particularly big kitchen. Like, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3 steps, and I'm at the other side. Not very big at all. There's no dining room. So yeah. It looks like I'm being cold, so. And here we have the living room and kitchen, which is completely and utterly empty, just as it was. And when I stood here when Aria was born and everything, we have some pretty decent memories for this house, you know. We really will. I'll always remember it. But for now, it's moving on to bigger things, or bigger houses. So yeah, that's it for here, and let's move. And finally, we have the room that I was always vlogging in and things, and you always see the majority of. Completely empty with its horrible stone floor, which always made this room so cold. The bulb obviously is still there, because I did have a thing up there, a LED bulb that changes colour with your voice and everything, but it died. So there is just nothing now. Even my lights atop of the roof have gone, and it's just an echoey voice now. So the council or whatever it is that keep an eye on all the outside goings and off and on and whatever are going to pick up that rubbish out there. But as for now, we are done, which so closes a chapter. And I'm not going to be too nostalgic about it. I'll try not to anyway. So yeah, let's actually this time really move on, because the dogs are barking. I did totally forget to mention that I got my tyre fixed. I'm sat in the car right now. We've just finished emptying the old house. In fact, there's another one of those cars there. Oh, the car I'm in, there's another one there, except that's a basic model. And also it is actually 3 years younger, but it's a basic model. Like I said, it doesn't have all of these screens and things and AC controls and whatever in it. But yeah, it's also manual, that one. I know that because I've seen inside. So yeah, I did actually get my tyre fixed the next morning when I was sat in the car talking to you that day. I just neglected to mention the fact that it did take place, it did happen, and the same Coke bottle is still there because it's Naomi's and she tends to leave rubbish laying around.
So, yes, just worth mentioning. But now that my old house is empty, all of the focus goes on to the new house, which is actually around the corner from here, where my mother's or where I used to live with my mother. Right now, just waiting for Naomi and Aria with new pillows and things for the bed. So yeah, cool. Are you driving? You can't reach the pedals. I'll see over the windscreen.
Well, here we are. We are finally in the new house. It's been about a week since we moved in officially, so we've had time to set everything up. My computer is over here with my robot boy and everything just right there. Bookshelf here, but as you can see, like I said in I think it was the previous vlog or maybe sometime during this vlog, that this room is about 3/4 the size of the other one. But as you can hear, I hope, the sound is a little bit more contained in this room. There's something interesting about this house we've moved into. All you can see right now is my smidge there, and there's one of the doors. It's brown. We're going to paint them. In fact, we're going to replace them at some point because they're very flimsy doors and they're just not very good. But they're okay, I suppose. But yeah, as you can see, there's the door and there's the other shelves there. I'll show you properly in a second. But I'm losing my train of thought here completely. Computer set up there, like I said, I think, and that there. So it's pretty small. The other wall is literally in front of me, but it's good enough to do better recordings and things. VR is going to be impossible in here, so I'm going to do that downstairs. We have a pretty sizable kitchen, but I'll go through that later on in the vlog. But as for now, let's take a look. So, facing the other way now, as you can see, that's the opposite wall, and it goes all the way down there, which is, it's pretty sizable. It's like an office kind of size. And there's all the stuff that took almost 2 weeks, I think. We've been in this house a week, officially moved in, but we've kind of been unpacking and things for a lot before we moved in. But as you can see, everything is just completely stored at the moment. Nothing is predominantly displayed. It's just kind of mishmash of everything, just all there, put together. Plastic drawers there, and of course my computer is sat here. We've got Robot Girl there, my little background of Ladybug, Robot Boy, and there's the back wall there. This is the exact same dimensions of the first room that I was in when I first started the vlogs. So for those of you who are curious about my workstation in Munk Media or whatever, this is it, basically. I've got a PC, a gaming PC behind there, and I have my Mac right here, which rendering last week's vlog. So, yeah. Because the special thing about this particular house is it's the exact same layout and footprint to the inch of my mother's house. The exact same dimensions. We even have the old window above the door, if you remember that from my vlogs. If you've watched my original vlogs, you will know. Okay guys, so I can't stand having long hair or hair like this because it gets in your ears and it's just so annoying because my hair curls when it grows. So yeah, I'm gonna go have a haircut right now. Yeah, that's a great way to start a vlog. If you've paid close enough attention, I know people like Benjamin Seville Griffiths, who usually watches my channel. He'll probably recognise it, I hope, maybe not. Maybe I don't think anyone was going to pay that much close attention, but I remember when I did that emptying out video of it's not actually on YouTube anymore, but it will be eventually, of when I moved from this room into the other room across the hall. I was taking down everything in a sort of, what do you call it? Not stop motion, a time lapse. Of taking everything off the wall and then moving into one room to another. Well, I've ended up in here because Aria gets the bigger room. It's a 3-bedroom house and Aria gets the bigger bedroom, so I I could have put all my stuff in there, and I got like 10, 13 boxes behind that wall waiting to be unpacked into this room, and you can see it's already completely full of stuff. That is empty at the moment, and that's just stuff that's been chucked on top of there. So there's quite a lot to do. The house is nowhere near ready. It's not fully decorated yet. It's just kind of, it's livable, but it's a skeleton of what it's going to be. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I have managed to set up my miraculous display again. Unfortunately, I have literally run out of room. This is not organised, by the way. So I've done this as well. This is something I have to mount on the wall. It's a Lego minifigure display case. Well, that one's empty, but maybe I've put my Lego there. But I've literally run out of space for my Lego. So I'm going to be putting up shelves all along the walls here and everything. So that should be good. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but as you can see, yes, I have set up my miraculous display. I'm really loving these guys here. They're awesome. But these guys are looking up at nothing, because what they're going to be looking up at is this, which I've managed to pick up. It is a surprise, actually. It's Ubiquity, which is Alia's character, which turns into a sort of multi-dimensional traveling superhero, which I actually really liked, because I like that kind of superpower. So she's going to look really cool, just kind of mounted over there with those guys looking at her. In the show, I believe she actually is in the room there, but I think instead, I think she's in there anyway. Instead, she's going to be standing on the top of there. It's kind of, it's the same style as all this like madness, where it's just they're just kind of stood in different positions. We've got Marinette and Adrian standing in there with, of course, the multi-mouse one there, as well as just all of the characters just kind of, until I can get a better display anyway, just displayed. So yeah, she's going to look great up there. So we've been arranging to have blinds put up in all of our windows in this house, which you haven't actually seen properly yet. I'll get round to it. And I realised that my computer actually is better here. So rather than have my computer up against this wall here, it's actually better to have it up against the wall like I did before. If I showed you that, I don't know, I had my computer up here when I first came into this room and had nothing in here. But it actually is a little bit more of a space saver. Granted, the room is still pretty small, but, and I haven't sorted anything out yet, because I haven't put shelves up on the walls or anything. I'm going to put some padding, some soundproof stuff up here if I can get hold of any. But it's much more of a space saver. It looks much better in person than it does, you know, on video. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was thinking about painting the door, because obviously it's an old door and it needs painting and eventually replacing, because they are just so old now. I think they're like from the 90s, those doors. Although the handles have been replaced, you can definitely tell. But yeah, so much to do, but let's get on with having a look elsewhere. Here we are in the new kitchen. You saw the old kitchen earlier. Bear in mind, this is just moved into. It is in the need of decorating. As you can see, maybe there's kind of like it's grime on the walls and things. All of this needs painting. In fact, over there you can even see a clock that used to be there. The outline of the clock. Yeah, that's kind of, you can't really wipe it off. There's no point. We're just going to paint over it. And if you look down in this corner, we have a lot of stuff that still hasn't been allocated a place or unpacked yet. Although a lot of this I'm going to do today, I think. And those are my Lego from the studio room you've already seen, which can't go in the room yet because there are no shelves on the walls. So they're just going to have to kind of stay in that corner for a while. And the dog is laying on there because she has a cone on her head because she has hurt her face on the fence outside. So she is trying to rub it, as you can see, but she can't with the cone on her head. Oi! What are you doing? As you can see, yep, there we go. It's healing. And it's got some antiseptic stuff on it, so we're okay. But yeah, big cluttered mess in the corner. But going around, of course, we can see we have a kitchen table now with stuff on it. Like I said, there's clutter everywhere, so bear with me with this. But normally it looks okay. I was sat on this chair just a second ago. The floor is going to be redone because this is atrocious. So we're going to get around to that eventually, but everything needs to be cleared first. But yeah, we've got a kitchen table and we actually have a dining area. So the door to the kitchen is here and it looks a lot bigger in person than it does on camera. But trust me, it's huge. But going around here, We've actually done this up a little bit, some more washing on there. Don't worry about that. And we have a full-on huge kitchen. Actually goes all the way around, and we've got the same fridge. However, I'm going to get a new one because it does. In fact, it's going to prove me wrong here, but it does wobble, especially when you open it. It will just kind of wobble everywhere. But we have gone out and got new appliances and things. We've got a new air fryer with some Guinness and things. We've got it's relatively old still. The boiler is in the kitchen for some reason. I don't know. We have a new blender. Everything's new. Relatively, that's the same old, you know, a microwave. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. New kettle, same oven, and again all the way back around there again. So it is quite big. If I go onto the worst quality camera here, yeah, that doesn't make much of a difference really. But yeah, trust me, I'm actually cooking something at the moment. Well, I say cooking, it's one of those noodle things. But yeah, this is the kitchen, and it's much bigger. And as you can see, as I said in the previous kitchen, we can actually go a lot more steps in this one. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just about 13 steps. Because it's 2 rooms in one, this actually. So the kitchen is just amazingly huge. And if we go through here, you know, that's not done yet. We have a hallway with living room in there and just going all the way down here and, you know, into the downstairs toilet there. It is just ginormous. That's not even a word, is it? So as I was saying, the reason this is familiar to some of you, maybe, definitely to me, is because this is the exact same layout as my mother's house that I used to live when I used to live with her. It's the exact same size in every way, really. Every room is the same size, everything is just exactly the same. And the most bizarre thing is, if we go up here, that's the room I used to be in, at the very start of the vlogs, in there, which I am now back in at the moment. And then I moved into that room when Naomi came to live with me. It even has little windows above the doors and everything. Sorry, I'm out of breath here. I'm not that unhealthy, but there used to be an episode of I think it was like a plushie video where I think it was Brittany or Alvin or something. I think it was actually a Munk cast where they went into that bathroom there and walked across this hallway. Yeah, but it's not this hallway. It's just exactly the same. And I used to do vlogs like this, stood in this room with the wall behind me. I used to have those shelves going across. I don't know if anyone remembers this. It's a very obscure thing. I have a fascination with furries. I'm not a furry, but I have a fascination with them. So, yeah, that kind of thing. For a pretty much obscure YouTube channel now, which it doesn't actually exist on YouTube anymore. It's this channel now. So yeah, I used to I was facing this direction and there was more shelves behind me. There used to be a bed on the floor down here. Obviously this isn't a bedroom. It's currently being used as an office. I also mentioned that I was working another shift on Monday. It's actually not Monday yet, it's a couple of days away. But in fact, I have moved it up, so I'm working tomorrow instead of Monday because it's a kind of awkward Monday. So, you know, like this, and then eventually I had this thing on the hooks on the door here, and a poster up here, and I used to have like another shelf down here. I don't know. It's very obscure. It's very personal as well. But you guys, if you watch my YouTube videos, if you're still here, thanks for watching for so long. And this is what it used to be. And then we moved everything. I did a moving video called "Moving On" or something, where I moved across the hall to all the way over here to this room. And currently it's still messy, as I said, but if we just well, let's cut. So I used to have a thing on here that said love or something on it on this particular wall. There might be a cross cut to a previous vlog that you can see. And my computer, this is Naomi's computer, used to be here, up against this wall, and there used to be another wardrobe here, and a stack of boxes here. Until, of course, they told me close to the end of the job, which is kind of strange. Probably should have paid more attention. Definitely wasn't supposed to be a temporary job. Oh, definitely, they definitely did tell me anyway. And the bed was the other way around against that wall, which it will be. I have to turn it around. It's not the right way around. But yeah, this is the exact same room we were in before. And Naomi had a desk here. It's her Mac as the door opens, but there's a good pog there because she doesn't need as much space as I do with my huge screen with her Mac, which is going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of that in here and see what it looks like. And there was this big empty space here, and the bed was kind of pushed up against the wall, I believe. But yeah, this is just the exact same room. So we've gone from having one room in my mum's house to the entire house. And it's a lot bigger than the house we had before, as you can see from the previous segments I put in. We have 3 closets. We had no closets, or no kind of hallway closets in the other house. None, except for that one in Aria's bedroom. Whew, sorry, I'm speaking too fast here. But now we have 3. There's one downstairs, there's one here, and one here, and they're huge. They are huge closet and storage, and of course we have a bathroom there that's a mess at the moment, so I'm not going to go in there. But it's huge. It's a much bigger bathroom than was before. Maybe you'll see it in later vlogs. But yeah, this is a much bigger house than what we had, and I'm very happy with it. But it's like I said, the inside of this mask actually reminds me of when I used to go to the hospital when Aria was a baby. It has that clean smell. Anyway, sorry, I totally got distracted there. It has a downside. The huge room I was in before has now been relegated to a much smaller room, and there is no room for VR. So once I upgrade my VR headset, I'm thinking about getting one of the later headsets, maybe Meta Quest 3 or something like that. There's no way I'm going to be doing it in here, so I'll use the big space in the kitchen that we've got downstairs. We can remotely access my computer for PC VR, so all is well, I hope. It's just, yeah, one of the downsides is, I've got so much collectibles and things, too many to speak, to be fair, too many, that I can't do VR. So just to reiterate, I haven't had much sleep lately because of the move, so I'm a bit lopsy-minded and a bit out of breath all the time, but we'll get back to it. We'll get back to a good rhythm. At least I look better. I have a haircut and things, so yeah. Okay, so it's now a little bit later in the afternoon. Well, very late in the afternoon, and this we are looking at right now is the back end of our living room. I have to be quiet because Naomi is sleeping and she has to drive to like another town over, so it's a little bit of a trek for her. But as you can see, again, not giving it good justice on the camera here with its size, but trust me, this is a much bigger living room than what we had before. It's mostly done the living room. We still have a few bits to sort out mess wise. We have a nice fireplace which has a little bit of a noise going on, but you don't hear that when the TV's on, and it's just during the day we don't really hear it. It's because it's at night, and it kind of fades out after a while as well. The sofa is brand new. It's a very expensive sofa, and it's a lot bigger. It is not the same colour as the one we had before, but it is still a recliner, although it's not an electric recliner this time. And yes, like I said, it's a lot longer than it was before, and it's a slightly different colour, if I've not mentioned that already, which I just did. This is the armchair we had left over from the other house, and as you can see, that's not trash, excuse me, that is a leftover takeaway we've just had, or takeout. Like I said, it's very rough around the edges in places, the house. We're not quite done yet. We've got a trainee toilet seat for Aria there. Just kind of the picture still on the floor. So it's kind of a bit rough. But this is, like I said, the old colour we used to have, and this is the new colour. So it's, different, slightly paler. Still real leather, however. Though this isn't permanent. This is the seat from the old house. We had to keep one of them because this is actually 3-seater. Even though it only has 2 cushions, it sits 3 people, depending on your size. This obviously is an armchair, but we're going to be having a 2-seater one here, which is a little bit, it's about the same size as the other sofa we used to have in the other house, and that's going to go here. Although there's just the way it's been ordered, we had to get this one first, and the other part of the sofa, or the other section of it, the other, seat, it comes later. So this is kind of temporary. So this is just staying here for now, and within the next couple of weeks or so, I hope we'll get the 2-seater, which will go along the length of here, and maybe if we have enough room, this armchair will be cleaned up and moved over here, perhaps. I don't know, because we don't exactly want to get rid of it, because it's a bit dirty, but it's a perfectly good armchair. So yeah, and of course we've got the huge expensive, I keep saying everything's expensive because it was, curtains that go all the way along, because of course my knee just cracked. Did you hear that? There is a door leading out of the building there, behind there, and of course the window is over there, so it just kind of goes all the way across, and it's much bigger than before. This house has a chimney on it, but it's not functional, and that's what that is in the middle of the room. It used to be the old fireplace, which has been covered up and everything, and now it's just a non-functional part of the wall, I guess. We've got an artificial fire in front of it, so there we go. So I just thought I'd show you the living room, which has no pictures on it or anything. And if you're wondering what the vent is, by the way, there used to be a gas fire in here in the 90s, I think. It's just to cause ventilation to go through the building. You don't need it anymore. It is obsolete. We're going to think about having it removed or having a whole new door altogether, because these doors aren't exactly the best. I think I've mentioned that already. But yeah, that's that. A little piece of tidbit of history right there. So here I am working on the rebuilding of my Lego sets. This one obviously does come apart. However, it's just kind of bits all over the place, so I'm just kind of putting it back together. But I've managed to get this bookshelf into this room, precariously behind my desk. So hopefully I won't turn around and... Yeah, so this is going in the corner here, so I don't accidentally knock it. But some smaller Lego sets are going to go in here like I did before. Although on this shelf, the Mos Eisley Cantina will be there, rather than on the top this time, so I don't end up accidentally knocking it with my chair or something. And it might be shut. I don't know. We'll see how I can fit it. But right now I'm working on the Daily Bugle set, and as you can see, this is meant to come off. It's just kind of been shook around during transit, so I have to kind of fix it back together. And here we are, after all of that, with the Lego and everything, and you've just seen. Here we are, and yes, I do drink a lot of milk. Sorry, I go off on tangents a lot. But here we are, sat in my brand new living room. It's you can hear the sort of heating fan in the background there, but it's plush, it's warm, it's nice, it's bigger, spacious, and I couldn't be more happy with it. It's been a very stressful month. We started on the 1st of March moving into this house, and we've only just essentially made it livable. All the boxes are unpacked, just the Lego, actually the last box I unpacked, and every room is almost done. There's still a lot of decorating to do, like I said, but we're pretty happy here. And all of that talk of we're gonna move in the vlog, it's finally happened, and here we are. So I'm just happy to end it sat here, because this is the end of the vlog. In the corner of my new sofa, in the corner of my new room, living room, just the new wallpaper and everything is just really cool, really unexpected. My lifestyle has changed quite considerably as well. I feel a little more open, and just happier, I suppose, in a way. I don't know. It's just a house, but it's just everything has just changed dramatically. We no longer have those 2 sets of stairs, and we no longer live on the tallest hill in our town. It's just so much easier. But next on our radar, this is legitimately this time, I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be delayed, it's been delayed. In a couple months, maybe 2 months, 2 or 3 months, they say, we're getting a brand new car. Not a used car like I have now, with a brand new car. We're keeping my Picasso, of course, not replacing it, but we're just getting a brand new 24 plate car, because in the UK we put the year that the car was made on the registration plate or the license plate at the front. So that's the next thing we're building up to in the vlog. A brand new car. But anyway, it's going to be the same. Well, more on it as it develops, because it's a bit early days for now. But like I said, as for now, we'll calm down. The vlog. No, can't say it like that, can I? That sounds like Adam the Woo. Vlog over.